Any fool can buy high and sell low. The wise man knows it's all in the timing. My friends, each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes, that is all we ask as we see Thursday pass and us moving on into Friday. Let me brighten up that screen a little bit for you. There we go. What do we see? Well, we have a green spinning top for the week, and as I've told you, be careful with the way these lines are dashed because, like right now, it makes it look like there's a lot bigger, longer down candle than there actually is. There is a down candle on that green spinning top. It's just a little bitty one. And we can see that we have reached a higher high for the week. S&P is flat for the day. You can sort of see in the morning where it popped up and then leveled out. In the afternoon, we see all green candles on that half-day chart for the last many days. And, of course, our Tuesday, Wednesday, and now our Thursday two-day candle popping up. And again, like I said, we're just flat overall for the day. Volume is doing nothing big. Look at it on the two-day. The last time we saw volume doing anything was back on the Friday, Monday. So again, we'll keep an eye on things. That was of last week and the first day of this week. We had some higher than average volume so far this week. And you can look, we go back many days, many two-day candles, and not a bunch. So we will, excuse me, friends, I'm a little under the weather here. We will continue to watch this and see how the week ends up. Of course, we're still long the S&P. Now, this wasn't the kind of trade that we were interested in pulling the trigger on. Why? Because we didn't have anything convincing us when we saw this weak, almost doji spinning top. Yes, you could have pulled the trigger and jumped in, but what we decided to do, of course, was jump into the NASDAQ 100 because check this out, a little cleaner. Nicer size spinning top, average volume there, and of course you saw higher than average volume when it hit its interim low. Had another week of some down move just like we had in the S&P, but again, it got near that prior low, and then of course the spinning top, the telltale sign, and the move up. Still long the NASDAQ 100. It was down a little bit for the day. You can see where as things trailed down at the end of the day, we were down 0.03%. So again, 0.3%. We're about flat. Still long. We'll continue to watch. Again, nothing exciting. Since we had the turnaround in the volume, has continued to move up. The high we can see 2 weeks ago was 460.58, 464.54. So we've gone up decently, about $4 or so since then. So that's good. Now let's look at where we are with 20-year U.S. government bonds. They are down for the day, 0.15%. As we look at the way the week is ending up, have reached a higher high for the week. But again, no volume. We did not initiate a trade here. Lackluster turnaround. Of course, it went up for 3 weeks and then bounded down, which would have taken your profit and your confidence in the trade and then turned right around. And when you don't have volume, see, my friends, you don't have anything to confirm what you're thinking. That's why, we look at what Jesse Livermore and so many of the greats have taught us about trading. And it is follow price and volume. Volume tells you what the price is doing. And if volume's not telling you what the price is doing, you don't know. So you are taking unnecessary risks. Our job is to what? First, don't lose money. Second, make money. Now, let's keep moving. I just wish I could emphasize how valuable that advice is. Those of you who traded a number of years, I know we have folks that have been with us for many, many years. I know you're snickering to yourself and laughing. You've gone through the intense trainings with me. You know what I'm talking about. You know how I've said it over the years, and you know how it has saved you and how important and sage those words are. So let's see where we are with gold. Gold booming up for the day. It's our only up for the day, 0.74%. I mean, that's not really booming. It's 0.75%, but that's nice. We have a green candle on the 2-day. We pretty much have a doji here for the week. Don't have volume backing that up on the 2-day or the weekly. And again, we just saw, as we talked about, gold had hit this topper back in early April. It hit again this topper or ceiling back on the 20th of March. And again, moving down a little up for the day, up for these last 2 days, push through that weekly trend line. But again, we just have a doji hanging there. So we'll keep our eye on things. Maybe there'll be a lot of volume tomorrow. If we do see gold press down or something happen and we get some type of interim low here with some volume, that'd be great for a turnaround. Or what I am guessing, and of course we've been talking, whenever I talk about gold, I always like to look at gold miners. Sometimes they more clearly show us what's happening, and gold miners really aren't. In fact, it was more of a red candle till today's up move in gold miners. You can see where a little bit of it started yesterday afternoon, and then of course on Thursday really bounding up there. So we'll keep an eye on things, see where gold is going. And again, I just like looking at gold miners along with gold. That is where we are. Lastly, we'll take a look at HODL, which is, of course, our VanEck Bitcoin ETF. And we see that it is down 1.13%. We can see, and again, Bitcoin's done this. It's run up, slid down, run up, slid down, run up. It looks like it's starting to slide down again. And of course, as we look at the high, we see back on the week beginning the 20th of May, the high was 80.68. Last week, 78.77. This week, 81.28. So reaching a little bit of a higher high, which is good to see. Still long Bitcoin. We'll keep our eye on things and see how it continues to track. Now, for our Patreon members, I will be be uploading it to the Patreon page and also sending you the email with the weekly vertical crossovers. We endeavored to find up to 20 of those for our Patreon members each and every week. These are weekly vertical crossovers where we see the weekly chart going from red to green, green to red on the S&P 500. So if you're interested in having other things to practice trade to look at each and every week, of course, we bring that to our Patreon members each and every Thursday night. And of course, we always load everything up at the Patreon page for your access as Patreon members. And again, 3 levels there. We so appreciate your support in underwriting the expenses of putting, of course, this show on for you for free each and every day. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.